cocaine, white everything, nigga. I'm still cocaine crazy, nigga. Ain't no telling what I'm finna cop next. Just know it's gonna be white, bitch.
That's all Yo Gotti talks about, right? Cocaine white, cocaine white, pure cocaine. It's no surprise at all. It's no surprise at all. I'm 100% positive, if not 1,000% positive, that Yo Gotti already knew what time it was. Just for a simple fact that look at his catalog. Look at his catalog. What's the name of his What's the name of his record company? I believe he changed the name. Before he changed the name, I believe it was C Cocaine M Music Jesus EMG Cocaine Music Group. Cocaine Music Group. The reason why he named that, I'm not certain why he named his record label to begin with, to start off with cocaine, what I just said. But I believe because they say Yo Gotti, he goes back from a long line. He talks about it in his interviews, a long line of having criminals in his family, notorious drug kingpin criminals in his family. So what he did, he just kept he followed up with his with his relatives in a sense, because he was attending a funeral when his brother got murdered, and they said his I believe it was his uncle, I believe, was a notorious kingpin. Kingpins meaning you're making millions and millions and millions of dollars every year. But Yo Gotti, he's known for promoting nothing but negative stuff. I think I maybe heard one song from Yo Gotti. I'm not the biggest Yo Gotti's fan, but I've been listening to him since maybe 2006, 2007, way back, many years ago, over a decade, over 10 years ago. And all he talks about is drugs and violence and girls and jewelry and fast cars and all these nonsense. That's all he talks about. Very rarely if ever heard about Yo Gotti singing a good, positive song. Maybe going down in the DM, he got Angela Simmons, right? He got her from that song. It wasn't too of a violent song. That's probably the only song I can remember from Yo Gotti where it wasn't, risking your life or jeopardizing your freedom, But that's what comes along with being in the streets. Yo Gotti's always saying he's in the streets. His brother died in the streets. His brother actually died on the pavement of a street. So I'm not certain if being in the streets is where you want to be, because if you're going to be in the streets, that basically saying you don't want to die in the streets. Me personally, if I'm going to go, let me go in my bed. I think I'd rather go in my bed if I had to choose. But Yo Gotti expected this. He do nothing. You know how many individuals I know personally who went to jail from listening to Yo Gotti's songs? Yo Gotti had you feeling like selling cocaine was legal at one point in time. The amount of cocaine he used to talk about, it was unbelievable. Yeah. So wow, when did it become legal? The way he talking about it, blew my mind. Had me doing it at one point in time. I said, whoa, this is what I gotta do. This is what Yo Gotti talking about. Family, notorious criminals. Not all of them are criminals, but a few of them are definitely certified criminals. Certified by they're certified, meaning they've been arrested, the time, did this and that. But Yo Gotti's been polluting the airways for years and years and years and years and years. I don't know how he could sleep at nights, knowing he knew for a fact he should be responsible for at least a good 20,000 individuals getting shot down, or at least going to jail behind listening to his nonsense that he's putting out of his mouth. The best of my knowledge, Yo Gotti never did 5, 10 years, 15 years behind the bars, probably never a day. But he talking like he's the biggest one to do it since Scarface. Even though Scarface was a made-up character, but the way he talking, if they was really doing like that, you see what comes along with it. You saw that Scarface movie, how it ended. Everybody got shot up. Everybody died. So maybe they really living like that. Maybe they want to live like Scarface. But the ending, this was going to happen. Everyone's going to die. Everyone's going to die. Yo Gotti can't afford to have any of his kids living in Memphis anymore. Because if he does, You know what's going to happen? He has a famous father, one of the most famous individuals in Memphis. Unbelievable. I remember I used to listen to Memphis, Tennessee songs way back. Tennessee. Used to be nice, good music. But I said, Yo Gotti's been talking like selling cocaine is illegal. You know, cocaine this, cocaine that. He's been destroying communities while his family's being richer from him saying all these bad, negative stuff. His family's getting richer while everyone else's family's getting poorer, getting addicted to cocaine or crack, whatever it may be, all the same thing. You know, Yo Gotti's been living real good for many years. Their whole family's been living good since, I don't know for how long. Definitely since at least the 70s, multi-millionaires. But they want to keep it street. How you going to keep it street when you don't have to work for a living? Think about that. You don't have to work for a living. You're living good. His brother wanted to keep it street. He died in the street. I'm not trying to bash Yo Gotti or his brother, but Yo Gotti is not a positive role model. Nothing that comes out of his mouth is anything positive. He's in the streets. That's where his brother died at, in the streets. My brother used to be in the streets. He died in the streets the same way. That's what happens when you're in the streets. Yo Gotti needs to start singing better songs and let individuals know what happened when you're in the streets. You die in the streets. What happens when you try and get fast money? You die. He needs to start singing real, live, serious stuff instead of, going down, and all these nonsense, this rich fancy life. You can't bring money with you to the casket. Gotti needs to sing about those type of songs. Gotti's responsible for so much murders and killings. We're not talking about young Dolph. We're just talking about young youths listen to his songs, corrupting their minds. Young Gotti's not a good guy, I don't think. Maybe he is, but the music he puts out, he wants to come off like a gangster, a tough guy, a little short, funny-looking bastard. I can't figure that out. But that's how it is. I'm not trying to bash Young Gotti. I'm just trying to say, yo, I won't let my kids listen to your music. No way. Only thing you're promoting is negativity. I mean, I'm just disappointed that your brother passed away. I'm not sad at all. It's kind of like I'm not sad my brother passed away because he was out there corrupting the community. That's what comes along with it. Father God doesn't like ugly. You know, do unto others as you want done unto yourself. That's all.